Whoa!
Whoa!
After Matt had attempted to spawn me into an infinite death trap, I knew if I was ever going to take him down, it would have to be now or never. The only problem was, I knew I could not take Matt down alone, because I had tried multiple times and had failed. But after killing multiple people on the server for joining his side, you can say most of the server was not really happy with me. Even though I had proven Matt was only using them for his own benefit, they were not interested in joining my side either. While I could not unite the server against Matt, I knew there was one person who could. Shadow, who was the only person outside of JDM and I who had stuck up to Matt at the boxing match and refused to join his side. She was no longer afraid of Matt, and I knew if anyone could bring the server together against him, it would be her. I'm coming to you asking for your help to take him down and to unite the server.
I want to bring this server to unity, but I don't think you realize quite what that means for you. I don't think you realize just where you've positioned yourself.
What I was doing wasn't working. Everyone was so scared of him. They didn't have any respect for me. I needed to prove to the people of the server that I'm going to do whatever it takes to take him down.
If your goal really is peace, why do you care if they respect you or not?
When I said respect, I meant I needed them to know that I was willing to do what it took to protect this server, even if it wasn't pretty. I see it that there's two options here. We can continue to allow Matt to run the server, or we can do our best to take Matt down. We can unite the server and kill him. Take him off that throne, this empire that he says that is his, when really it is just him ruling people out of fear.
You're right. I have a group, and yeah, people want a way out. We have been fighting.
Hello,
I'll bring it to the table. I'll let them make the call. And if they're willing, we'll fight beside you. But I think there's something you need to realize here, Belle. You've crossed the line. You've done things you can't undo. Our goal is to take down anyone that threatens the security and peace of the server. And in order to take down Matt, you've positioned yourself in the same place. And I'll do whatever it takes to protect them, even if that has to mean fighting you.
I'll accept whatever your group decides. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop fighting Matt. I'm going to do what's best for the server, no matter what. That's always what I've had in mind. But I'm not afraid to do what I need to do.
I'm not either. I have one other stipulation.
Well, what do I have to do? While Shadow said she would ask her group if they were willing to join my side and fight against Matt, I definitely was not willing to risk putting it up to a vote. I mean, I had just killed like half the server to prove a point, and was definitely not sure they would be willing to join my side. But I at least wanted the chance to speak on my own behalf, so I had to make sure that I was at that meeting. And while I did not know exactly where the meeting would be held, I knew it would likely be at Tiger's base, since she was second in command behind Shadow. So when Shadow told me she was having the meeting and would let me know what they decided, it was time for me to go to speak for myself.
We can't rely on him alone to fight those two. And I'm not entirely...
Hello?
Hello?
Hi.
Well, Belle, welcome to Shadow Chain. Lucky for you, it's already been decided. In your favor.
Wait a minute!
Okay, I was not expecting it to be that easy. I mean, considering I had killed almost everyone in that room, I thought I was going to have to try a bit harder to convince all of them. I was even prepared to give them all their heads back in order to prove that all I cared about was taking down Matt. Well, now that they had decided to help me, I figured I should show them exactly what I would be bringing to the table.
Oh my gosh.
Oh Lord.
What?
We going shopping, ladies. Are we going shopping?
We going shopping?
So I'm gonna hold on to this for now for safekeeping, but I have more where this came from.
Well, since you've held up your end of the bargain, Belle, we'll hold ours. The day of the fight, you'll have your army.
Great, thank you.
I want you to know something before you leave. We are not doing this as a favor to you. And there is no us joining your side. We are joining the side of the server. And remember, you came to us for help. Though your resources are impressive, you came to us for numbers. Just remember that.
Okay. Any parting words other than the... And yet not a word was said. Okay. While Shadow Chain had agreed to help me fight Matt, there was still one more person I wanted to try and convince to join my side. While I knew Prime was firmly sided with Matt, I knew there may be a small chance I could convince SK to help me. Even though we had fought multiple battles of our own, I thought I could convince him too that Matt did not care about him. While SK had been extremely loyal to Matt, even blowing himself up in order to help Matt escape my trap at the duel, Matt had not showed the same loyalty to SK. Matt did not step in once to help SK even after I killed him with a trap. Not only that, but when Matt promised to give anyone back their head who pledged allegiance to him at the boxing match, the only person he gave back their head to was Prime, even after everything SK had done for him. So I had a proposition for SK to see if he would be willing to join my side. While yes, I would like to ask for your help against Matt, and I think it's in our best interest if Matt is taken down, I want to at least ask you to not be on his side in this fight. I am willing to give you this as a good faith gesture. Now, you know I have 2 of them.
Yeah.
And if you hold up to the agreement, not helping Matt in this fight, I'll give you the other one.
Well, I appreciate it, but I don't think I can do that. Especially because of all the beef that we've had on the server. We've kind of been at each other's throats, basically the majority of the server. And I can tell you right now that I have not been approached by Matt or talked to him about the event at all. I don't really know what that means, but I know that I'm not going to be sticking my neck out for him anytime soon. Yeah, I can say that I'm not planning on joining Matt's side, but I don't want to be on your side either. I'm going to be at the event. I'm going to see how everything goes down, but just like how it's happened in the past, I'm going to do what works out for me best, and I don't like agreements. I don't like owing people. I just want to be able to do what feels right in the moment for me and possibly for the server.
Even though SK was not willing to join my side, I was content with knowing he may not be on Matt's side either. But despite this, it was time to prepare for battle, and so I took SKThree to my base to gear up before we attacked Matt at his throne.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay. Won't look away.